That's the nice thing about the internet. If you don't know how to pronounce something, you can just say it on YouTube and somebody's going to come along and correct you. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are out here by Panaca, Nevada.
I think it's Panaca.
That was she said. I'm not exactly sure.
I don't know.
Small town Nevada on the east side of Nevada, not too far from the beautiful Utah border. And it is an interesting little town, but we're not out here at the town. We are out here in the desert on our beautiful BLM public lands. And okay, so you know there's these like super generic rockhounding map, KML, Google map files that float around the internet, and they're just rumors. Basically, they never tell you where they've been or where they came from or any of that type of stuff. And we stopped by to check one of them out, and that is what's right here out here in the desert. And sure enough, their little agate location seemed to have panned out. So you can kind of see what we're working with here. This piece is probably the biggest one we found so far. It's just a kind of somewhat opaque piece of chalcedony, and you can see we got a little bit of banding in here, right? Not too shabby, pretty good. And what we were doing is we walked up that little hill right there, and we just started popping them out, and sure enough, this seems like a pretty decent locality. Sarah's finding stuff right here. I mean, if this is any kind of indication of what can be found out here in the desert, then we're doing pretty good. It would seem that there's plenty of little tiny pieces just like this out here, and that's kind of not really worth it.
Go around the calcite.
Oh, yeah. We should, even though that's little, we should take it. So yeah, a little seam of chalcedony, and then there's that calcite on top.
There's a piece right there.
Oh, hey. That's a little borderline. That's a little...
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Sweet. Obviously, we're looking for some bigger pieces, you know, polishable pieces.
There's some little seams.
Yeah, you know, I love a specimen jar. That is absolutely, I love coming to a different locality and collecting and making these little jars. I get these jars on Amazon, and they're made for like gelato or something like that. It's like a little 8-ounce or 16-ounce jar, but it's very cool. That's nothing. It's very cool to have all like shelves lined with specimens. Is it big?
It's frozen on the bottom. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's not really good agate. It's not clear.
That's interesting. Well, let's take that.
I have to wash it.
And yeah, take it and clean it. That's not bad. Wash that up. If you have a really long leash for a dog, she's like always at the end of that thing. I guess it's good that she can pull you up the hill. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really good. Are you going to pop it out?
Oh, you
want me to do the honors?
You got it.
Oh, man. Sarah.
Cool. Just one, I was like, there's nothing out here.
That's what I got.
Oh.
Wow, that's a really good piece.
Yeah, that's the biggest yet. Quartz.
Oh yeah, a little pocket in it. I totally forgot to mention that it is the middle of November. That's right. Trust me, I know my days and months. Middle of November. I don't know if I'd want to come out here in the middle of summer. This would be like scorched earth, hot. Yeah, but this time, the fall, the spring, it's probably pretty good. Nothing. Looks like somebody's going to have some bad luck. I'm all about picking up garbage that I come across, but I draw the line at broken glass and diapers. Like, talk about not prepared to pick up. Look at that. Ah, ha, ha. That's a nice one. Nice banding in that. Excellent. What in the world? That's like filled with little specks. I mean, that almost looks like a thunder egg in the exterior. Interesting. Obviously, it's not really worth taking, but I didn't know such a thing was here.
Find anything?
I found like one of the best ones. It's
Really?
not very large, but it's pretty good.
What are you slowing down?
Not this one. That one's pretty good. Come here, I'll show you.
Huh.
Look at that seam.
Yeah. Quartz in there. It's a good one.
Little seam.
Yeah.
Let's make our way back to our bucket.
Okay.
The landscape out here is absolutely breathtaking, in my opinion. I love this. I know some people aren't fans of the desert, all the brown, but when you're out here, you go to a place like this and you spin around and you don't see but a soul. Well, except for the ones that you want to see, it's quite lovely.
Hold on.
Looks like a little piece of jasper. Little quartz in it. The deposit out here is alluvial, so, you know, transported here. It's not in situ. And it's interesting, this little hill right here, there was like just a couple little pieces, and then that hill right there, there's a couple little pieces, and that one over there, there's a bunch. So we will, as I bend down and pick up a piece with some banding in it, probably go back to where we first started. And you know, that's kind of the thing with this, right? Like, you're seeing a snapshot in time, November 2024, and what is here right now that we're picking up won't be here. And who knows what sits underground, who knows what a big rain will do this winter and totally change a place. So that's something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, is how to timestamp what you see, because, you know, November 2024, if you're watching this in November 2028, well, a lot could have changed. So, thoughts, Sarah?
Very true.
I think it's important. Oh my gosh. How dare you not say something?
I was waiting
Check out
for
these
you
ones
to
that I
finish. You put them
ones
in
that
the
I've-
bucket.
These are still special, right,
Yeah,
Sarah?
those are good.
I'm talking and Sarah's finding the cool. Oh my gosh, Sarah.
Is it all
I think that's-
agate?
I think so.
It's so dirty.
Well, put it in the bucket gently, and that's a wash it on up. Maybe.
I don't know if that one's much.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Good.
Okay.
I mean, we'll take it, but
I
The
feel
other
like
one was
yeah.
better.
No, that's
it's
just
still
got like
agate.
that. It's almost. I don't want to say it's caliche, but like it's like this compressed desert dust that gets on
Yeah.
things.
Like it's not.
This is very opaque,
Yeah.
but what I'm curious of with some of these opaque ones is to slice them and see if there's just quartz crystal on the inside. That's also a possibility. So we'll take this one. We're not going to take much more of this until we know more, though. Oh, that's nice. The color in that. The little guy here's got the nicest little bit of banding on it. Do you want to pop that one out?
Oh, this one?
Yeah, dude, grab the... Oh, wow.
Hard to see. It's been there a while.
That one's very milky. But it could be good once we wash it up.
We could leave.
This guy. Look at that. That almost has like a little bit of a opally sheen to it.
Yeah, that one's kind of got that too.
A hardness test would determine what that is. Oh, yeah.
That big piece.
Oh, man, that's a good one.
And I don't know. That one's not very good.
Throw them in.
No. This one's...
That one's good.
Yeah, that one. I just thought.
Let's wash that.
I just thought it was
Yeah.
interesting. I think it's just sandstone.
I don't know. I don't think that's sandstone. I think it's another type of metamorphic rock. I mean, not that sandstone's metamorphic, it's sedimentary, but...
Okay. Yeah, there's a few pieces.
I should just follow you. I can find your discards.
Yeah.
Walking around in the desert, so deceptive. I want to go up to that hill, and they always seem close until you start walking towards them. So a lot of this rock that we've been looking at, I'm like, well, where's it all coming from? So we're gonna walk up here and see if we can see more agate. Yeah, that's like the lowest quality knife ever. That's like a shank. That's like a prison.
Why's it got a nail on it?
Yeah.
We'll probably leave that. We won't bring that home with us.
I feel like this is the type of trash that it maybe stays. Maybe
Put it point down or something.
Put it under this tree. I am also seeing some little pieces in here. Where's the big pieces, though? So what I'm thinking is we walk up there, but it's clearly here. That's a nice little chunky little piece. You can make a nice little cabochon out of that.
Come look at this one.
I love it when you call me over to look at something. That means like you found something incredible. Oh man.
Oh, that's big.
But look at. That's the best.
Very cool.
That's the best one. Okay. The hill.
It's worth walking over here now.
Yes. Yes, it was. I feel like I'm going to be carrying that bucket pretty soon.
It's getting
heavy. Look at that. Come here, sir.
Come here, Laika.
Check this piece out.
Come here. Laika. Laika. I'm trying.
Laika, you have to obey.
Oh, huh. That's really different. That's really cool.
That's like on a piece of rhyolite.
Huh.
But like, look at the ratio. I mean, yeah, it's like botryoidal,
Yeah.
but like the ratio of rock to useful.
That's why it's here.
I think it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay.
I sand.
Yeah?
But it didn't crush. It's a nice little
You
sand.
tried crushing it?
Gently.
You know, okay, I'm just going to rant here for a second. I know so many people would see this and post a picture on Facebook and be like Native American artifact. Just because something's chipped and thin and has an edge doesn't mean it's an
It's not a
artifact.
petrified Cheerio.
Petrified Cheerio. Can you want, oh, that one's good. That's a good piece.
I don't know about that one.
That's interesting. That's very like opaque. I mean, it's no petrified Cheerio, but it's pretty good. I think let's take it.
Depends if you want to carry it. You're carrying the bucket now.
Sure. If you put it in the bucket, I'll carry the bucket. It's very steep right here.
Yeah.
Somebody come get the Cheerio and the fake arrowhead. What's on the other side of the hill?
Oh, it's another hill. That's what's the top. Ah,
What?
nice little clear piece down there. A little pink.
Oh, I just put a red piece of jasper in my pocket. Very nice. Well, back up on top of the hill, there's more desert. I guess that's Nevada for you. Maybe you can see where we parked and climbed up here, but this seems to be the place. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. It's very toothy.
I'll put that in my pocket. Thanks for the rock, Sarah.
Yeah. Thanks for carrying it.
We actually have joint ownership over the rocks, just so you know. I don't take Sarah's fines. But it is funny on camera.
They all go in the same bucket.
I was not expecting this to be this good.
Yeah. I had very low expectations.
I almost had no expectations. Well, we have about, a little over half. We're almost halfway to a little over half probably of our 2-gallon buckets. So we got a gallon of chalcedony, agate, whatever you want to call it, whatever. And I learned a couple of things. Like obviously getting up into these hills makes quite the improvement. Everything's bigger, okay. Any thoughts?
I feel like it's probably, we're looking at a agate everywhere, so.
Yeah, and really we didn't explore the hills that much. Once you found that incredible piece, why keep looking, right?
Yeah, I think I'm happy with that.
I'm happy with it too. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. We're gonna wash all this stuff up and check it out in the shop. We are back from doing some collecting out there by Panaca, Nevada. And I'm gonna say it like that because there was a news story that I watched and that's what they said.
Seems right.
That's what I'm gonna go with unless somebody that's local out there says otherwise. And it can be hard. Some towns have like names where it's not intuitive on how to pronounce them.
Yes. They could go a lot of ways with, 3 A's? Those vowels can make different sounds.
I did clean all of this stuff up. There was plenty of cows out there. And although I didn't know for sure that any of this material was dirty, I made the assumption, and this is what it looks like when you take a bunch of agate and you throw it in a bucket with 6% hydrogen peroxide. I buy 12% and then I water it down to stretch it. But you can see all the fizzing happening, and that is the organics cooking off. So, I don't... another reason why you don't want to lick rocks.
Now you could.
Yeah, I would lick a rock after cleaning it in like hydrogen peroxide, maybe some acid, maybe something to that effect. I feel like that gets it plenty clean if you're like, there's no viruses, no bacteria, nothing's alive.
Hopefully you don't have a reason to lick it after that either. It probably doesn't taste good.
Well, we've got 3 little piles here, but before we look at the piles, in the video I said that I put together these types of like little specimen jars, and this is one of them. And these things you can just like find on Amazon, plastic jar, and these ones with the black lids will pop up. People put gelato in them and cosmetics. I've never done either one of those, but I do put small rocks into them. And then we got 3 piles here. These here are little, and they didn't make the cut for the jar, so those will get hucked out back. That pile over there is, you know, there's like some jasper that I would say is lower in quality and not super duper good. But, you know, so be it. That's the way that goes. And then some of the pieces that we picked up and cleaned, they're just very like quartzite and like very opaque in color and not really what we were looking for. But that's fine. Like, it doesn't all have to be, you know, great. We learned, I learned.
Sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, this one is chalcedony, but it's like very cracked, and then there's like stuff packed into it.
Yeah.
So I don't think
it's not a showpiece.
Yeah, I don't think that one's gonna make it. But and then obviously these are some of the bigger pieces. They are reactive under 365 nanometer filtered UV light. And we'll hit the lights here, and I'll show you what some of that looks like. Pretty standard stuff, right? Like we got oranges and greens. I mean, that's your quartz and chalcedony. That guy right there, okay. Pretty basic stuff, nothing too outstanding, if I'm being completely honest here.
Orange.
Yeah. Yes. But just because they're not really fluorescent doesn't make them not cool. There's a number of them here that I really liked. I thought this one was really good. Obviously, you found the best one.
Yeah, I just happened to.
There's going to be photos of these up there on the website. This little piece has some little bots in there. Very little, very little. Little tiny bots.
This one's also got quartz crystals. That's a pretty well formed one in there too. You
Yeah.
have to take a picture of that probably to see it.
So I would do probably more deep cleaning on this. This stuff right here will not come off in hydrogen peroxide. You need something like a vinegar, or I'll make my own muriatic. You know, you can buy 100% hydrochloric and do that. And that kind of calcites and other things that are easily dissolved will clean right up. Now, the one that I find I really like this one. It has very faint fortification lines.
Yeah, not many of them had that.
And then there were a number of pieces that, like this one. I think you found this one, and this one clearly formed with, you know, around, I guess not around, there was calcite present, and then this formed, and you got that interesting rhombohedral texture to it.
Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff, a lot of variety.
Yes, there is opal out there. That is your more common opal, tested hardness. Although that is the only piece of that we found. So, yeah, overall, very happy with it. You know, I mean, it was just kind of like a random stopover, and now it is a place that I want to go back to.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back. That's very enjoyable, just walking around, picking stuff up right up off the surface. I'm
calling it a fall, winter, spring location and not a summer location. Out there, it can get cooking hot, and if you haven't been in the desert in the middle of summer, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Agreed.
I do want to, at some point, head out there with UV lights. I think that would be a very enjoyable hunt. You could really kind comb the comb the hillside with a UV light, and probably a lot of these would just like pop. So
Yeah, that'd be fun. We should do it.
any other words, Sarah? Any last thoughts on it?
No, going out there. It's kind of out of the way probably, but worth going out there.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, all of there'll be some good photos up on the website, and you can go check those out over there. I appreciate you. If you want to support this project, you can do so by heading on over to Patreon. You can watch these videos early and ad-free. And with that said, we'll leave this one here, and maybe we'll be heading out to the Panaca agate beds sometime in the future. I guess it's not really an agate bed. It's like alluvial. I don't know.
Alluvial beds.
Alluvial beds. All right, everybody. Thanks, and I'll catch you in the next video.